We are starting the stream, guys and gals and freaks and weirdos and okay, let me get in the chat app. Talk to some of you folks. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to another little recap sesh from the Patreon streams, the Loons and Goons of the Red Moon June. This one is recapping Monday night's show, Violent J's Bigfoot show. Started at 9:30, so a little bit late. Not sure entirely if this one was live. I think it was live. The Violent J and Jump Steady stuff was definitely live. Shaggy Two Dope stuff was definitely not live. Hold on, let me silence my phone real quick. Okay. But yeah, the Shaggy stuff was definitely yeah, we'll just jump right into it. First of all, let me shout out my good homie Doc C once again for scoring these grape Fagos for me. In New England, you can't find Fago, so this is a treat. Thank you, Doc C. All right, let's jump right into it. So they were at a cabin set, I believe, or maybe in the woods. They claimed they were coming live from a cabin in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Shaggy was also coming live from Jasper, Alberta, Canada. He allegedly flew into Canada and drove 3 hours to Jasper, Alberta, Canada, and was coming live from the woods. Let's see. They did a lot of talk. Jump Steady basically researched this. Violent J really had nothing to do with the show other than the fact that he was on the show. Because he bungled the last paranormal episode that he was supposed to do about Bigfoot so badly. They just had Jump Steady do the whole bitch for him. So that's pretty funny. Jump Steady did a great job though. He slowly waded into the water of the weirdness of Bigfoot and cryptids through talking about primates and their behavior. So for some reason, I took mad notes about the primates. So I'm just gonna go right through them. Let's see. They talked about chimps and how they have emotions, tribes, tools. There was some pretty interesting footage of chimps using tools. Really brutal stuff about how chimps attack you and rip off your extremities. If you've never seen that lady who was on Oprah a few years back, they were talking about that case. And it's ugly stuff, man. Chimps will fuck you up. And they didn't say this on the stream, I don't think, unless I missed it. But it's basically the older chimps that once they get senile, basically, they kind of forget who you are, and they will fuck you up. They will rip off your face, your feet, your testicles, your fingers, your eyes, anything that they know you need, they will take. It's brutal. They showed some pictures of victims, some footage of a guy getting attacked from some Spike TV collection of wacky videos show, which pretty fucking serious thing to be showing on a Spike channel there. What's up with Spike back in the day, man? Those shows were fucking wild. So then they took a break after talking about chimps and showing you really brutal pictures of um, victims, really brutal stuff. It's amazing actually what corrective surgery can do, because they showed the one lady who got really mauled. Her face was fucked up. They showed her, and they showed her after, like, what they did. I couldn't believe it was the same person. I mean, she still looked fucking twisted. Her face was all fucked up still. Shouts out to you, lady man. Lady man. It must be really hard to live your life like that. There's no laughing matter, really. I shouldn't be laughing. Look at me getting all serious. Anyway, so then they took a break because they were hearing growls in the woods. Is there a Sasquatch in the woods? So they decided, they got shook and they went into the cabin for safety, because maybe there is a Sasquatch in the woods. So then they took a break, came back, and then they decided to check in on good old Shaggy Two Dope, Joey Usler, coming live from Jasper, Alaska. Oh, no, Jasper, Alberta, Canada. Uh, Jasper. Shagster was out there tracking a Bigfoot, doing various, comical Shaggy-esque things. He was eating a stick, tasting a stick. Really committing to that bit of eating that stick, too, by the way. If you watch that, look for how fucking long he's chewing that motherfucker, because he's going at it with that stick. After they come back from Shaggy tracking, I have this really hilarious. They were talking about how in Shaggy's footage there's still sunlight out, and when they cut back, it's starting to the sunset. It's pretty much nightfall when they cut back to Michigan, and so they're talking about the fact that he must be on the other side of the world. And I have this Violent J quote that I fucking found absolutely hilarious, just really tickled me. He's got to be on the other side of the world, Rob. And I don't know. I like writing down these quotes. This shit tickles me pink. It's the inflection mostly. What I should be doing is taking samples of this shit and playing it for y'all. Maybe I can figure out a way to do that, actually. We're almost at the end of this month of streaming. I should have been doing this all month. Fuck. All right. This is a learning process, folks. I'm learning how to do these YouTube streams. Yeah, anyway. So then we got into gorillas, and gorillas also very much like humans. They have human behaviors, human emotions. A little bit more violent and territorial, though. Some crazy videos of gorillas holding their ground, and one guy was playing with a baby gorilla, and I think it was the mother gorilla, perhaps, or a male gorilla suddenly got very protective of the child gorilla, and that was some insane piece of footage. Like, imagine that thing screaming in your fucking face. Yeah, the gorillas are the only animals that have sex for pleasure. They drop that little factoid on you. Don't look them in the eyes. Apparently that's a big thing. Don't look them in the eyes like they're Prince or Howard Stern. You just don't do it. Let's see. What is that? Some zoo footage. That's what they were showing. They were showing some zoo footage, talking about how zoos are kind of whack. Having animals locked up like that. I agree. I do like going to zoos, but there is, you do tend to get the vibe of like, man, this is kind of depressing. These things should be out in the wild, type of thing. It's an animal jail. So they showed some footage of zoos, a gorilla all stressed out and charging a window, and the lady was standing behind. That was some crazy shit. A gorilla fight where they're just basically like beating the crap out of each other. Gorilla with baby, yeah. And then more growls coming from the woods. Then they talked a little bit about evolution, just going through the fact, slowly bringing you through primates into what a Bigfoot could possibly be. They got into, different offshoots of humanity, going up the evolutional tree. They showed a diagram showing you the different offshoots of the evolutionary tree of humanity. And that brings us to Giganticopithecus, which is basically what a lot of scientists, or cryptozoologists think Bigfoot is. So the idea is, there was all these extinct offshoots of humanity, not just Homo sapiens, all these other homos, if you will. Giganticopithecus was this basically a mix between a monkey and a man, is the best way to put it. Jay thinks the government is covering up the fact that Bigfoot is real. Yeah, we're basically getting into Bigfoot stuff now. The thing has a human face, it looks very similar to a gorilla in a lot of ways, very big, very muscular. They stand, 7, 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet tall. I've heard some stories of Bigfoot being anywhere from 600 to 800 pounds. They're huge, man. Like, if you actually saw one of these, I was listening to a podcast today about this shit, and someone described a Bigfoot as having a chest span of 5 feet. Now imagine a motherfucker, that's like as big as some motherfuckers are tall. Imagine you're standing looking up at something that's 8 feet tall, 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide in the chest. That's fucking crazy. Um, yeah, these things are sneaky though, basically. They have a human face. They have eye shine. If you don't know, that's in the nighttime when you see animals' eyes shining in the woods. That's what they call eye shine in the hunting world. Um, then they got a little bit into the Patterson-Gimlin film. If you don't know, that's the classic Bigfoot walking and turning around and looking at the camera gimmick. The thing that I've always, and I'm glad they brought this up too. Or no, they didn't bring this up. I just wrote this in my notes. The thing that I've always been fascinated with Patterson-Gimlin film is why does that thing have breasts? Like, it's got tits. If you look at that thing, it's got boobs. Like, why the fuck does it have boobs? Um, if it was a costume, what why would you design that element into the costume? You just wouldn't do that. You would make it it would just be a pre-made gorilla costume. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't put tits on it. I don't know. That's one of the reasons I think that's a legitimate piece of evidence and not a dude in a suit or a person in a suit. Like, why would you put tits on the costume? Anyway, there's some questions to why there's no remains. Jay once again thinks that the government is hiding the fact that there is a Bigfoot, covering up the remains. I've heard some theories about some mystical stuff. If you get into Bigfoot lore enough, there's like all this mystical stuff about them being possibly multidimensional, possibly connections with UFOs. So maybe when they die, their remains go somewhere else, either on a UFO getting taken away or to another dimension. Who knows? This is some of the more woo-woo, magical, weird stuff that is in the Bigfoot world. I'm more of the mind that this thing is just, an undiscovered species, if you will. Yeah. I do believe in Bigfoot. I talked about it on my last video. Showed a real quick video of a dog with a GoPro, an alleged Bigfoot walking across the path. Something called the Paul Freeman video that was just basically a growl, nothing that impressive to me. Then they went back to Shagster, and there was a goddamn Sasquatch chilling behind Shaggy 2 Dope that he did not notice. So obviously this is, not to break the kayfabe of the bit, but this is a bit. Obviously they're pretending that there's a guy in a Sasquatch costume, and as I said on my last video, I definitely think that that Bigfoot hayride gimmick at the gathering will be a dude in a costume while you ride around in a fucking hay gimmick there, and you'll see a guy running in the woods, and it will be very wacky and very fun for $350, by the way. Fuck that. I'm not paying $350 to ride in a hayride with Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. As fresh as that sounds, not paying that much. But what fucking sucks is the VIP gimmick doesn't include Fago Armageddon. If you want to do Fago Armageddon at the gathering, you got to pay that $350 for the Bigfoot shit. So that's a bit of a bummer. Gathering tickets are up, by the way. I bought my ticket today at work. Couldn't get through last night. There was really no reason for me to get through once I found out that the Bigfoot thing was $350, and that's the only way you can do Fago Armageddon. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing the VIP thing. I'll wait to get my Juggalo ID card to get VIP and meet the Shaggy 2 Dope and the Violent J. Announcement coming soon. I'm going to meet one of them probably before the gathering. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Let's see. They talked about the Roosevelt book, where a Native American story. There was Roosevelt knew a guy that had a story about a man. He was on a hunting trip getting murdered. It's actually pretty interesting evidence that a former president wrote about a Bigfoot, if you will. Let's see. Some video footage from something called 50 Years of Bigfoot. Video footage from an incident called the Battle of Ape Canyon. Bigfoot, obviously, there's a lot of weird stuff with Bigfoot and logging, because, logging is a lot of times going deep into the woods and affecting their habitat. So, that's where a lot of Bigfoot sightings are actually seen, is the logging industry. And there is a conspiracy that the logging industry is largely behind why we don't consider Bigfoot an actual species. Because if Bigfoot was a confirmed species, he would be an endangered species, and they wouldn't be able to log in some of the land that they're logging in, because that's where it lives. That would be considered protected land, and they wouldn't be able to make their money off of the fucking trees. So there is, follow the money, folks. A lot of this stuff is money at the end of the day. Why the way the world works. People want to make money. Speaking of making money, I have this sweet Humble Among shirt with these trees. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but Bigfoot is hidden. Oh, where? Right there. You see that? Little Bigfoot guy. Anyway, got these shirts for sale. If you would like one, humbleamong.bandcamp.com. And yeah, help me make some money and ruin the world. Let's see. They showed some stuff about tree structures, vocalizations. These are some of the evidence in the woods that people often encounter. They bend trees in weird ways, crossed over each other, often considered impossible ways. To me, it looks like trees could have just blown over and made some of these things. But there was some weird stuff where branches were tied into knots. I don't know if a human couldn't do that necessarily. And then went back to old Shaggy Two Dope, and yes, more Bigfoot behind him. Oh, there was a weird thing. They showed a video clip of a guy who shot a Bigfoot allegedly, and he looked like, I don't know, something about the way he talked. I didn't like that guy. He said he felt really bad for shooting the Bigfoot because he felt like he shot a human. Once again, going into the fact these things allegedly have very human-like faces. There's a really dope clip if you want to look on YouTube. I was kind of hoping they'd play this, but it's just an audio clip and it's kind of long. But look up Art Bell, Coast to Coast AM, old clip of a guy who called in on that radio show. It's a paranormal AM radio show from the 90s. Still going on to this day, but a lot of the best shit's from the 90s. A guy calls in and has an amazing story about allegedly shooting a Bigfoot on a nighttime hunting trip in Texas. I don't know if I believe him 100%, but if he's making it up, it's a hell of a good story, and the dude's a fucking good actor. It's great if it's true or not true to me, because it's such a good story. Anyway, so yeah, they talk about some of the hoaxes, the Michigan monster, what is it? Minnesota Iceman. They talk. I don't have this in my notes. I didn't take a note about the Minnesota Iceman. That's a carnival gimmick where allegedly a Bigfoot or a caveman is frozen in this block of ice. They would bring it around carnivals. You can still go see a version of that at a museum or something, but it's allegedly not even the real version. It got swapped out. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole you can go down. Let's see. They talked about DNA testing on Bigfoot hair. A lot of it has come back as unknown or just identified animals, obviously, because you find animal hair in the woods. Let me check the chat real quick. I can see. What's up, Boy Blue? Thank you for watching. Shouts out to Boy Blue. Sticking shooters in the yes. Jay is showing up to most of the streams, not all of them. Unfortunately, he has missed a few of them. For me, Violent J is the most entertaining part of the streams, so I'm always disappointed if he's not there. Thank you. I like my ICP content too. I love talking about this shit. This is like, I love this fucking ICP shit, man. I can't help it. So yeah, keep watching. I'll keep doing this stuff. It's fun for me. Okay, where was I? What was I talking about before I read the chat? DNA testing. So they have DNA. I already basically talked about that. DNA testing. They don't really know what it is. It could be being tampered with. They don't really have any solid evidence. But if it's an unknown animal, how do you test for something unknown? It's not in the system, so it's just going to come back unknown. And some of the results have been unknown. Jay shouted out another YouTube channel called The Impossible Channel. Had a video clip of some Bigfoot tracks in the snow. Maybe some Yeti action. Ooh. A video of Bigfoot eating tree bark, which was pretty good footage. maybe some real shit. It's hard to tell. It looked like something animalistic. Uh, Controlled fire. Oh yeah, that was some redneck was burning his yard, which is some redneck ass shit we used to do back in South Carolina, where you do a controlled fire, where basically you just pour gasoline all over your fucking lawn and just light that bitch on fire. We used to do it because to get rid of like either crabgrass or fire ants. Fire ants would basically fucking infest our whole fucking lawn, and one of the only ways to get rid of them with literal like burn them the fuck out of there. Fire ants. Isn't it funny? Um, but yeah, so there was a guy doing a controlled fire, and some motherfucker was running in the back. That could have easily just been a person. To me, that's not compelling footage at all. Uh, yeah, tree knots in the branches. I talked about that briefly. That to me, a human could do that. They said that it would take an immense amount of strength to do that, but to me, they look like weak ass tree branches that just got folded. Um, Back to Shaggy Two Dope. He found a print. Says he smells something, and then he found some mustard weed. Said that must have been the skunky smell, that mustard weed. Anyway, once again, Sasquatch right there. Violent J popping hard and screaming, "He's right there! He's right there!" Anyway, another break. They came back to no sound for a minute, so I didn't quite catch what they were saying when they came back from the break. But then they started talking about the Discovering Bigfoot guy. Now, that's the documentary Violent J has been talking about on all of these streams. When he mentions Bigfoot, he says, go to YouTube and watch this film, Discovering Bigfoot. Now, it is on YouTube, but I believe it's only on YouTube for rent. You can see clips of the movie. If you really want to see the full movie, you want to go to Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can watch it there. That's where I watched it. This guy is interesting as hell to me. He's a former Marine sniper. He has military training. He has stealth training like a motherfucker. He's a survivalist. This guy has very compelling footage. This guy has close-up shots. Excuse me. That Fago getting to me. This guy has close-up shots of Bigfoot faces. He's really interesting stuff. They showed some of the clips on the stream, but it is way better to watch the whole movie and get the story and the context of because he spends a lot of time out there in these woods. So yeah, let me just go through my notes and hit some of these things. Marine sniper. He's currently suing BC, British Columbia, in Canada. He's a Canadian man, because for Bigfoot being an endangered species type of thing. Shit just got blurry. Whoop. This focus on is a little fucked up. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's suing the government of Canada to get Bigfoot recognized as an actual creature. Jay did let it slip that they're trying to get him for the Gathering of the Juggalos. That would be fucking interesting. I don't know if he would do like a special Bigfoot talk, or maybe just go with you on the Bigfoot hayride, which I don't know if he would want to participate in something like a Bigfoot fake ass hayride. That definitely isn't the kind of shit that a guy who actually takes the shit seriously would want to go on. But who knows? Maybe it's a legitimate fucking expedition, if you will. Something tells me it's going to be a gimmick, though. But yeah, basically he gets in a ghillie suit, and he hides in the bush for a really long time. He's got cameras with big zoom lenses on it, and he gets this amazing footage and photographs of Bigfoot, eyes blinking. Now, to me, that's hard to pull off if it's a costume. You have to have some sort of machine work going on. Like, that's some movie effects shit that's on another level. Not saying it's impossible, but saying a lot more effort going into that hoax, if this is a hoax. Yeah. Discovering Bigfoot on Amazon, I mentioned that. Close-up of the eye blink. Some night footage. There's some of the more compelling footage that they didn't show is of this situation where a group of Bigfoot Sasquatch were kind of attacking him and throwing sticks and stones at him. And he had set out these apples on this rock, and it's nighttime footage, so you can't really see it at first, but once he kind of zooms in and shows you, you can see a face of a what he says is a adolescent or a baby Sasquatch there, and the motherfucker takes the apple, and you can see there's like 3 apples there, and then there's none. And if he slows it down, and you can see a hand take it. Not saying that this is once again impossible to fake, but it is fucking compelling ass footage. If it's faked, it's very well done. Um, so yeah, after talking about this guy, check out Discovering Bigfoot, man. I can't stress that enough. That will change some of your minds about this Bigfoot thing. Um, thermal cam. He had thermal cam of a Bigfoot in a tree. That was, that's really interesting because that's obviously something warm in the tree. Something alive is in the tree. Um, back to Shaggy. He found something, and it's a Bigfoot. He called Bigfoot a bunch of bitches. This was a fatal mistake, almost, for Shaggy 2 Dope. Shaggy 2 Dope got his ass walloped by that Sasquatch, and it is something to behold. He sold his ass off for that Sasquatch, something special. uh, please, if you're gonna watch any part of the whole stream, just watch that last part of Shaggy getting his ass beat by the Sasquatch. That was really fucking funny. Called Bigfoot a bunch of bitches. He got a Bigfoot up his ass. That's a Violent J quote. I liked that. R.I.P. Shaggy. But no, not R.I.P. Shaggy. Shaggy shows up. He said he ran all the way from Jasper, Alberta, Canada, to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And then a Bigfoot attacked the cabin, and it went to, the colored bar system, the beep, and a message showed up saying that there was technical difficulties in the broadcast, would not resume. That was the end of the show. About 2.5 hours long. Pretty good show. But yeah, the JCW show is tonight. I got a question in the chat about that. Yo, I'm thinking about watching the Patreon stream live, or I might watch it at work tomorrow and not watch it live. I know I'm living kind of wild. I'll probably end up watching it live. I haven't watched enough wrestling. I've been really slipping on my wrestling viewing. I haven't seen any WWE since WrestleMania, and I haven't seen AEW in I don't know how long. I'm really slipping. The only wrestling I've been watching are these JCW events, which is fucking funny. I agree, Jay is the leader. I don't think anyone's going to at you on that, brother. Oh, yeah, Superhuman. That's right. He is on that. Thank you for reminding me about that. That's going to be fucking interesting. Do you think the Juggalos boo Superhuman? I don't think they will, but I mean, some of y'all might know that Superhuman has, like, talked shit kind of about ICP or, like, denounced them. It's like, well, he just basically said, I used to listen to that stuff. I don't like that stuff anymore. So over under on does Superhuman get booed? He said he's going to The Gathering, I thought. Did he say he was being on this show? I thought it was The Gathering he said he was going to. Could be wrong. But yeah, JCW show is tonight. In a little bit, like an hour and a half. So that'll be cool. I'm going to the Chicken Huntin' Hootenanny Hoedown. I gotta start packing my bags. It's about a 8-hour drive from up here in lovely Vermont, the Green Mountain State, down to questionable West Virginia. I've not been to West Virginia in a while. I've only really driven through West Virginia, I should say. So that'll be interesting. And you think he gets a good pop? Yes, Superhuman is a Twizzler. Ooh, controversial. Controversial. If that was known, I don't know if he would get a pop at all. Might get shit thrown at him. Hey, I'll definitely see you there. If you see my weird ass, definitely say what's up, man. I'll have some stickers, some merch and shit. I'll probably be trying to give away some shit. So yeah, definitely. If y'all see me out there, definitely fucking say hello at the very least. Probably be trying to film some shit too. So if you want to say some weird shit on my YouTube channel, that'll be the fucking opportunity. I'm definitely going to the Gathering. I bought my Gathering ticket today. Didn't get the VIP gimmick because of the whole Bigfoot thing being Fago Armageddon, and I'm not paying $350 for that. But yeah, I'm so excited about doing this shit again, man. I really wanted to go so badly last year, and it obviously didn't happen. I'm in such a better place mentally than I was in 2019. It's going to be a fucking good year. Really looking forward to it. I will see you guys there, man. At Purple Ass Hair. Look for yeah, look for a really colorful looking motherfucker, because that'll probably be me. Um, yeah, I am fucking excited about all of this Juggalo shit going on. But yeah, I don't have much else to say. Gathering tickets are on sale. I have my gathering ticket. Chicken Hunt Hoot Nanny Hoedown. I'm gonna be doing a video there. Probably gonna be doing a vlog of my trip down there, and yeah, kind of like a little mini vlog documentary. If you ever seen my Shimmer Forest video about the gathering, I kind of want to do a mini version of that, but just about my trip to West Virginia. So I'll be down there. I am shooting for all five. That is my goal. I have to get my fucking passport though, because apparently we're going to be flying to a tropical island of some kind. You're gonna go tomorrow, Tony the Hangman? Are they gonna be doing parking? Are they parking lot partying tomorrow? Yo, that's fucking wild. Y'all are already thinking mini gathering, huh? Yeah, that's fucking fresh, yo. I can't make it down there that early, but I'm waking up early as fuck Saturday morning and fucking getting down there as fast as I can. Yo, that's wild. That's what we heard. Looks like there's a parking lot party, y'all, at the fucking Hootenanny Hoedown. So if y'all get there early, go down early. I'm definitely gonna be trying to go down early now, because that sounds dope. All right, that got me fucking pumped. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go hang out with old wifey now and smoke some ganj and possibly record some more rap music. Right before I was on here, I was recording something for my good friend Koske. Check out Koske on streaming services. Got a few songs with him. He's been on a few of my songs. If you don't know, I make music as well under the name Humble Among. Have a song with Ouija Mac. Go check that shit out. I got a bunch of albums out. New album Wonderland coming soon. Big show announcement coming soon. Hopefully this week. I heard it would be this week. Trying to be quiet about it. Kind of fucked that up already. But anyway, have a good one, everybody. I will definitely be doing a stream about the JCW show. Hopefully we'll do that tomorrow, because I got a lot of packing and shit to do, so I got to get that out of the way. Anyway, have a good one. Thank you for chatting with me, all of y'all. I really enjoy when you guys talk to me. I'm gonna try to do maybe a stream at some point where we just shoot the shit and just talk about something. I think that would be fun. I got to get more of y'all. Looks like y'all are getting more interactive now, so maybe we can do that, because that would be fucking fun. I want to talk to people about Juggalo shit so bad. Okay. Whoop whoop. Bye bye. Oh wait, let me try this gimmick where I try to get the a funny uh screen. Hold on, I'm gonna go dead face. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully that'll be the image of me looking like a goddamn zombie. That's just an experiment. I'm just trying something. See if the algorithm picks up an image for long enough. Anyway, I'm rambling like a psycho. Bye, bye, bye. Whoop, whoop.